Hey, good morning, Arkansas Wrestling. Guess what? It is a new year, 2024. We've had an exciting 2023, and we are ready for even better 2024. I'm joined today by the Vice Chair of Arkansas Youth Wrestling, Kent Gilmore, and also a member of Team Conquer. Good morning, Kent.
Good morning, Coach.
It's actually afternoon, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Good afternoon, Coach.
That's okay. I was just thinking about that too. It's New Year's. You know, we all had an early morning this morning. So I hope everything was well for you. Man, we're excited about 2024 and going. You guys are kicking off this year's competition. What you got going down in Hot Springs?
Well, the Conquer the Mat tournament, first one of 2024. We're excited. We feel like this is the kickoff to the second half of the season. We have an arena that is a fantastic venue. Crutchmer does a great job putting this on. We're going to be running 5 full mats and 2 halves, 2 sessions, Division 1, 3, 5, and novice and girls 2 and 4 in 9 o'clock in the morning, and then Divisions 2 and 4 open, and novice and girls 1, 3, and 5 for the girls in either 1 o'clock or 30 minutes after the first session closes.
That's awesome. So very important that what you're throwing out there, and I love it because, again, Coach Crutchmer always puts on great events, but you guys will be the first event ever, besides the state tournament, to run a circuit event with girls, novice, and open. So we're pretty excited about that. That should bring in the whole state, right? We're sitting at close to 1,600 athletes, 19, almost over 2,000 athletes in our USA system. 1,600 of that are youth wrestlers, and around that number, half of that number are novice wrestlers. So this is an opportunity for them to get out there to Hot Springs and get their first novice tournament in. We're excited about that. Is the novice, and they can go novice and open, right, Coach?
Absolutely. And girls can even triple if they fit the criteria to novice. They can go novice, girls, and open. It's important for us to get the novice kids going. We want them to have a venue, an event where they can compete with their competition that are still on the same skill level as they are, not always having to go into the open against the Wolves, the guys that have been in there 4, 5, 6 years. Not to say that we don't want them to, enter the open as well, because they need that mat time, and which is more important than wins will ever be at this juncture in their career. But we also want to be able to give them an avenue to compete against kids of their skill level. One of the things that we're doing, every novice entry in our tournament is going to go away with a little token of our appreciation for every novice entered, that they will be leaving with something. And I think that's a nice gesture, because for a novice kid, especially a first-year kid who maybe didn't enter a lot of tournaments in November and December, we understand it. I mean, it takes some guts to step out there and toe the line and shake your opponent's hand. You're out there on your own, and this may be the first chance that they've had to do that. So we want to acknowledge what it takes to get these kids out on the mat.
That is awesome. That is kind of like, as we continue to build, a lot of times kids can get discouraged from that without the right support network there. But a lot of kids fall in love with the sport, and then they do run out into just an open, and they just say, well, this doesn't feel right? And some kids will trigger, and they'll say, okay, I'm gonna get better and work. And some kids kind of get a little discouraged. But giving them that opportunity to wrestle open and novice, I think, keeps our kids engaged. So I'm very proud that you guys are doing that. Now, what's the board? What is the committee? What's the requirement for novice?
That's first and second year wrestlers with their USA card. Okay. We haven't moved into a more advanced degree of, some criterias in different states have multiple placings where they're not eligible. Arkansas has not done that as of yet. So it's first and second year USA memberships.
That's awesome. So that gives everybody the chance to wrestle and get in there and be a novice and wrestle that type of competition. That's great. Our girls have been growing tremendously. Awesome that you guys have the girls events. I think there's one more, well, two more opportunities before we get back into the Triple Crown, and this is a good place to see that competition. I know you guys always put on a tough tournament. We're looking at those pin ratings as we're going on, and that's pretty neat to see our state engaging with that. In the first year, we're using our pin ratings, and people have been excited about that. Your event is USA sanctioned, so pin ratings go there, right?
That's right.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
and it's important for them to get in there, right? This is the pin ratings is going to help, and we work on the seating committee for the state tournament. We're not going to use the pin rating 100% exclusively for seating, but it is going to be a very high percentage of a deciding factor. So it's important for your kids to get as much tournament time as they can between now and the state tournament. Not to say that these pin ratings may or may not always be accurate, and we will take a hard look at that when the state tournament seating comes together. But this will be heavy on the criteria for that. So it's very important to get your USA tournaments in between now and the state.
Perfect. Yeah, and that helps us as we roll outside of Arkansas when we start looking at the national teams, kid nationals, where they do exclusively use those pin ratings. So it's good that we offer that opportunity for our kids to beef that up. Speaking of big opportunities, you had some Conquer kids out there at USJOC this weekend, didn't you? Your
Yeah,
boy
we did. We took
wrestled one of the Ferraris.
Yeah, we took, I want to say 10 or 12 out there to Oklahoma City. Everybody else went to the bauxite tournament. Great experience, really loaded brackets. It's good to see Arkansas team. It wasn't just us, the Honey Badgers were out there. BB was out there. We saw Cabot. We saw Springdale Youth, and I know I'm leaving some out, and I'm not meaning to, but it's a busy tournament time, and Arkansas was well represented in that tournament.
And that's exciting for us. You and I have worked over the last 2 years. I know this has been near and dear to your heart. I don't know if everybody knows this, but you have a passion about not only growing the competition level, but growing the number of clubs and participants in this state. And Kent, your work has been amazing over the years. I was excited. The coach at Bauxite was like, "Hey, you should have seen these cool guys called the Blazing Yetis and the Trash Pandas." And I was like, "Hey, that's a direct work of Kent, beating the bush, and we're supporting those people building these clubs." But in your opinion, I think we're competing at. We go to Oklahoma, and I would say, just looking at the feeds, that we have at least 11 or 12 champions that Arkansas, between the clubs you mentioned and some of the other individuals that went and fought. Arkansas is putting themselves on the map right here. They're fighting. We really built up youth wrestling over the last couple years, and our clubs and our coaches and our parents are buying into the system, and we're going and competing. Were you impressed?
It's exciting.
Arkansas?
It's exciting to see as we grow the level of competition. We push each other inside the state to get better and better. And I'm sorry,
I like it. It adds some excitement.
Sorry about that. My stand is malfunctioning. But as we push each other to get better inside the state, it raises the competition level. And yeah, we're iron sharpens iron. And the exciting thing is 5 to 10 years from now, we think that we've only got 30% of the state in the wrestling footprint. We still have 70% of the state that we can greenfield new clubs in. And that is what's really exciting, is what the future holds for this state. We got some super tough kids, getting the new clubs up and going, like the Texarkanas, the Junior Badgers, the Blazing Yetis. These are very, very important in tying this state together. And I look forward to the future for sure.
Well, you've done a great job, and like I said, I don't think people know how much work you put in to help building this state from the club level. So I appreciate you and what you do and what you continue to do for this state and for wrestling. So And then you top on that, you got this Conquer group that's growing. You got even in your homegrown at the start of the year, and I don't know if the numbers adjusted, but you guys were number 19 in the nation of participants and wrestlers. And you have between Coach Otero and Austin Weldon and the group of coaches you got with Coach Crutchmer, it's not just quantity. You guys are coming up with some quality wrestlers out there at Conquer, boys and girls. So that's pretty impressive. And I hope the state gets down there and comes down and challenges you guys a little bit with that.
Well, I hope so. You know, we're offering again this year t-shirts to the winners in the open, the novice, and the girls. We're offering medals to first, second, and third. We have a team trophy for first and second place. And you know, as always, we're going to hang our hat. You know, we feel like we've got the best hospitality room in the state. I got to brag on them. They do a fantastic job. If a coach leaves hungry, it's his own fault.
That is true. You got the best hospitality. If I wasn't high school wrestling, I'd come down there just for the hospitality room. I know that. Well, Coach Gilmore, again, appreciate your work that you do for state. We're looking forward to Conquer the Mat down in Hot Springs. That will be at the convention center.
No, it's at the Hot Springs Junior High Academy.
Hot Springs Junior High Academy. I'll be posting the flyer throughout on social and on this. I will post it when you talked about it earlier. So I'll have the flyer up. There'll be all kinds of information. Anything that you want to close with? What do they need to know? Show up, come fight.
Yeah, just get ready to go. We're excited. We're excited for the new year. We're excited for this countdown towards state. And hey, let's wrestle. Happy New Year.
Right, brother. I appreciate you. Happy New Year. We'll see you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.